With FNCS Globals finally over now, it's time to bring back something we haven't done in a while, and it is getting your guys' hot takes for after FNCS LAN. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. We're trying to hit 70,000 subs by the end of the month, so I truly do appreciate every single person that subscribes and turns on notifications. Use code KDOG in the Fortnite item shop if you guys want to support me even more. If you want to be featured in my next hot takes video, since I'm probably going to be doing more of these now, make sure you follow me on my Twitter at KDOG, because I'll be asking for all of them over there. Without further ado though, let's get straight into today's video. All right, so we have to start off with a very popular opinion after this weekend, and it says Peterbot is officially the GOAT of Fortnite. We have never seen someone as dominant as this in a season of Fortnite, which I think he meant chapter, but a second, first, and a first at LAN. Bugha won World Cup 5 years ago. We have to get over that in 2024. The only person close to Peter is Miro. Now there is a lot to dissect there. I definitely do agree that Peterbot has by far had the best chapter of Fortnite ever. I also do think he has the best prime of any player ever, but I still do think it is a little too soon to put him in that real GOAT debate, simply because of the fact that Miro has 5 FNCS wins still without LAN. So once you include LAN in that as well, then he has 6 total wins with a LAN event, and he also was able to do it in different game modes when he won with Day in Reverse 2K in trios, and then also obviously when he won with Bugha in duos, and he won with Cooper in duos too. So I think Miro still does get the one spot in the GOAT debate for me, but Peter is definitely in my top 3 now. People just have to realize that Peterbot is still in the peak of his prime right now, and so I think it is still a little premature to put him in that GOAT debate. Like, he could still be competing at the highest level for like 3 more years, so who knows how many FNCS titles he's really going to finish with. If you don't think Peterbot can get like 3 more FNCS wins and have the all-time record for most FNCS wins ever in 3 years, I think you're kind of crazy. The only person stopping him at this point is himself. We have a lot of other takes to go over though, so let's move on to the next one. Queasy had the best IGL performance of all time. He played some of the most perfect Fortnite from the bottom right of the map, despite many zones being north. Whether the next zone formed, we always saw Queasy and Thomas perfectly positioned to get tags, refreshes, and zone priority. And I have to completely agree with this take all the way up until the 12th game. I think the 12th game was like the only real misplay from Queasy we really saw this whole tournament, but I love that we are giving Queasy credit for one of the most dominant IGL performances in Fortnite history. Like you stated, anytime the cameras panned to Queasy and Thomas, they were always in the perfect position for Thomas to be able to get tags with the pistol, and they were some of the only teams in zone half the time. I don't think they were getting forecast every game, so I don't know if it was just crazy zone luck from them or if Queasy knows something that we don't, but he was one of the only people in the zone most of the time, like when half and half pulled, and he always positioned him and Thomas in a spot that gave them the potential to be able to win every game. Trios next year will be the best chance Clix will ever have at winning FNCS. He can play full support with a frag and IGL duo, not just having Veno do both at the same time. Now this is a take that I feel like I've heard so many times. I feel like when he played with Epic Whale, it was like, this is Clix's best chance to win FNCS. Then when he played with Veno, it was like, now this is Clix's best chance to win FNCS. And now that it's going to be trios next year, it's like, okay, now this is really Clix's best chance to win FNCS. I personally do believe that last season's grands when he played with Veno is the closest he is probably ever going to get to being able to win an FNCS, unless he plays with like some of the best players in the world and just doesn't stream. But him streaming already puts him at a major disadvantage, not only for finding good teammates, but also just for being able to win events in general. And from Clix himself, and as well as from Veno, it doesn't look like they are going to be playing together in 2025. It's looking like we're going to see a mixture of like Clix, Re, and an unknown third right now. We don't know who the third player they are most likely going to be playing with is yet, but I do agree with your take that him being able to just play like a fully like support slash fragger role is going to be a lot better for him. It really just depends who his trio is, especially with him most likely not playing with Veno anymore. I just don't know if he's ever going to see that caliber of player again, especially if Peterbot and Pollo pick up someone like Cold. I think you just might want to like just give them the FNCS trophy already. All jokes aside though, so I feel like for Clix, it really just depends who he plays with. I can't really agree or disagree with this take right now. Bugha is overhyped. The only reason why he's seen as a top 4 player is because he won World Cup, and then it says when players were not nearly as good as they were now. He is a tier 1 player, but he is a middle tier 1 player at best now. Now, wow, there is a lot to dissect here. Obviously, like, I agree with the point that the players in World Cup are not nearly as good as they are now, and definitely his LAN placements haven't been like necessarily even good since World Cup. So I mean, it might just be a fact that Bugha is just not the best LAN player anymore, but I also think think it's just a thing of Bugha is just not grinding as hard as he once was. Like if we're just going off of his recent placements on like lands and like his last grands placement and everything like that, like you have to realize at this point, Bugha is already a multi-millionaire who is seen as one of the greatest Fortnite players of all time. He doesn't really have much else to accomplish in the game. And I just don't think he has been grinding as hard as like when he was like playing with Miro or like just a few chapters ago in general. I don't think I would necessarily say Bugha is overhyped. I still think you do just have to give him the respect of being one of the greatest Fortnite players of all time. I definitely could see the argument though, and it seems like a lot of people are now taking Bugha out of their top 3 players of all time. A lot of people's top 3 now is like Miro, Tayson, and Peterbot, and I feel like that is a very fair top 3 to have. That might honestly even be my top 3 right now, but I still do think Bugha is in that 4th spot still, which I don't think makes him like overhyped necessarily. Pollo is not as good as people say he is. I think Mongrel is the same level, if not better. Pollo made countless mistakes in globals, meaning Peterbot had to clutch 25% of the games, which could have costed them a lot. Let me just show you my response to this and then we can move on. Malibuca can't win off spawn 50-50s. He was owned by Kanata and Alex both lands. Now starting off with, I wouldn't say Alex owned him off spawn. I think they went like 6-5 or something off spawn, so that's definitely not like owning him off spawn. But I think this really does just help prove a theory that we've been hearing for a while, that Malibuca and Mustache are just not the best off spawn fighters in general. Like Alex and Worthy were literally losing to Cease on NA, but then they were going even with Malibuca at LAN. I still do feel like Malibuca and Mustache are one of the best teams in the world, but they really do just need to be unconned to have like a really good performance, and it is showing after the last 2 lands when they were contested. Chico and Trulex are truly underrated. They have back-to-back top 3s at LAN and easily are the most consistent players. Their worst game is a 4-kill top 17, and in most people's predictions, they were anywhere between 10 to 25th. Now this one I kind of did just want to agree with. I don't really have anything to say about this. I think they are one of the most underrated teams in the game. I feel like Trulex just gets clowned a lot for like making the whole surge base meta and everything like that, but this definitely is one of the most consistent and like smartest duos in Fortnite that we have seen over the last like year and a half now, and I just wanted to give them a little more credit. Clix and Veno were overhyped. Now I just wanted to include this one basically just to say I think any team with Clix on it is going to be a little bit overhyped in general. Not saying that Clix is a bad player or anything, but just when you're on the popularity level that Clix is on, it's a little hard for there to just not always be those kids that'll be like, yeah, Clix is going to win FNCS this season or something like that. I feel like most people that were making their predictions that like really know competitive didn't put Clix and Veno like at the winning position, and Clix and Veno definitely had a chance to still finish in the top 5, and like an 11th place isn't even necessarily bad. Like a top 10 on LAN would sound a lot better than an 11th, I know that, but I just wanted to include this one to basically just say any team that has Clix on it is going to be a little overhyped. All right, this one isn't really a hot take, but I just saw this one get announced and I had to put it in today's video. This is going to be a little sneak peek of a video that I will have coming out probably soon, but it's looking like Peterbot, Pollo, and Cold are confirmed for Trio FNCS for 2025. Now I want to hear your guys' hot takes on this trio in the comment section down below. Do you guys think this trio can three-peat, win every single FNCS next year, and win the LAN event? Just off a pure like on paper basis alone, this is one of the most stacked teams we have ever seen. The potential of this trio is absolutely insane. I cannot wait for trios next year. Other than that though, I think I went over most of the good ones. So if you guys know you have good hot takes and you want to be included in the next video, remember to just follow me on my Twitter at ChiliKDog. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new though. Remember, we are trying to hit 70,000 subs by the end of the month. Use code KDog in the Fortnite item shop if you guys want to support me even more. YouTube said you'll enjoy one of these 2 videos up on the screen, so go check them out if you guys haven't already. Thank God for another day, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out.